Hello everyone. You're welcome to another episode of Star Reveal. I'm your wonderful host, Oris Daniel. And right here on Star Reveal, like you all know what we do right here is bringing back the legends. Yeah. In the gospel movies, gospel ministry, gospel industry, there are tons of legends who have labored and laid a foundation in the gospel movies for gospel actors, gospel actresses. And we ensure right here on Star Reveal that their labor in the gospel movie ministries and industry is not forgotten. So what we do right here on Star Reveal is bringing back the legends. Yeah, these wonderful great legends have in one way or the other impacted our lives with their great movies positively, and they have made our childhood, and we cannot just let them go. So what we do right here, like I said on Star Reveal, is ensuring that their legacy is not forgotten. So right here on Star Reveal, we bring back the legends. Today on this episode of Star Reveal, we have an amazing personality that we will be looking at. She is no other than a mother, Lady Apostle, a wife, grandmother, actress, scriptwriter, author of books, and film producer. She is no other than Lady Apostle Helene Okpabio. Clap those hands, clap those hands. She deserves it, she deserves it. She made our childhood with her great and wonderful movies. So ladies and gentlemen, let's dive right into the life of Lady Apostle Helene Okpabio. Helene Okpabio is the head of African Evangelical Franchise Liberty Foundation Gospel Ministries based in Calabar, Rivers State, Nigeria. Remember her movies? Highway to the Grave, Power to Bind, Married to a Witch, End of the Wicked? Those are great childhood memories, right? Let's continue. Well, according to reports, Helene Okpabio was born in the village of Mbete, Imo State, Nigeria. And she is married to Dr. Elijah Okpabio. The couple is blessed with children and grandchildren. Helene Okpabio has a son by name Mfonido Elijah Okpabio. He is currently married to Enobong Okpabio, and he is one of the pastors of the Liberty Gospel Churches headed by Helene Okpabio. Helene Okpabio also has a daughter by name Ini Anam. She is currently married to Basi Anam. Both are managers of their school business. According to reports, in 1992, Helene Okpabio founded the Liberty Foundation Gospel Ministries with the aim of spreading the gospel. Helene Okpabio is the daughter to Chief Essesin Okpabio. Helene Okpabio described her background as humble, and according to her, she is from a very poor background and family. According to Helene Okpabio, her family were highly oppressed, hated by the neighborhood, and no one ever imagined that anyone was gonna come out successful from her family. But according to her, what people say about you doesn't really matter. According to her, in an interview, she stated that when one becomes safe, God orders a new pattern of life. She sees Jesus as the reason for her success and breakthroughs. And when asked why a lady apostle will go into acting and singing, she responded that ministry is all embracing. According to her, she decided to preach the gospel not by one way, but also by dramatizing the gospel. According to Helene Okpabio, her movies are strictly not for entertainment, but they are deep messages. Helene Okpabio is indeed a legend that is known for producing groundbreaking movies that borders on witchcraft and spirituality. For her, she intends exposing the schemes of witches and wizards through her groundbreaking movies, which she did and achieved excellently. Helene Okpabio rose to prominence in the 90s and early 2000s. In 1999, Helene Okpabio released her film End of the Wicked, which she wrote, and the movie was directed by veteran Nigerian filmmaker Teko Benson. End of the Wicked was a very scary one. End of the Wicked is a Nigerian Christian-based horror film. End of the Wicked featured Nollywood legend Alex Osifo, Hilda Dokubo, Helene Okpabio, Elizabeth Okpabio, Mfonido Okpabio, Larry Okon, Nollywood veteran Charles Okafor, and a host of many others. In 2001, Helen Okpabio released another blockbuster, Married to a Witch, another scary one. It featured Nollywood legends Lillian Batch, Kwame Owosu, Iyabo Kwani, Chidi Mokeme, Susan Patrick, Helen Okpabio, Patience Oseni, and a host of others. Married to a Witch told the story of a young pastor whom, after leaving his church, he becomes the target of an evil coven. Indeed, the movie was widely accepted and it gained massive acceptance in the gospel movie scene. And in 2003, Helen Okpabio released another blockbuster, Power to Bind, which featured Nollywood legend Segun Arinze, Helen Okpabio. The movie was directed by Teco Benson. The movie told the story of how the fear of death led many to seek solution outside godly ways. And in 2000, Helen Okpabio released Highway to the Grave. If you cannot remember this one, I don't know where you were. Highway to the Grave was directed by Nollywood film director legend Teco Benson. It was written by Helen Okpabio and also co-written by Teco Benson. Highway to the Grave featured Nollywood legend Regina Askia, Alex Asuzu, Doreen Atu, Lanre Balogun, Segun Arinze, Jide Kosoko, Emeka Ani, Okpabio, and a host of many others. Highway to the Grave, of course, told the story of how Sonia, played by Nollywood legend Regina Askia, a princess from the underworld, was sent to manifest confusion in the life of her male victims. She uses her beauty and demonic powers to take her praise away from their destined lives. And roll the drums, I know you will know this one. In 1999, Helen Okpabio released The Prize. The Prize movie was again directed by Teco Benson. The movie featured Nollywood legend Richard Mofe Damijo, popularly known as RMD, as Pastor Ken, Eucharia Anunobi as Peace, Justice Esiri as Mr. Peters, Ejike Asiagbu as Charles, Amechi Monago as Elder Francis, Franca Brown as Sister Rebecca, and Obot Etu. The Prize told the story of Pastor Ken, whom God used mightily in his church. Everything seemed fine until he was set up by a lady in his counseling church office by the name Rita, played by Nollywood legend Stephanie Nora. Helen Okpabio's movies were highly sought after, and fans could not just wait for a new release, but something dramatic happened. She disappeared totally from the gospel movie scene. According to reports, Helen Okpabio was heavily criticized and her movies became issues of controversies. And she went from court to court and most of her movies were always banned, allegedly. Helen Okpabio was accused of all sorts, especially being the reason why children are treated as witches due to the depiction of children as witches in her movies. According to Premium Times, on the 17th of April 2014, the Witchcraft and Human Rights Information Network, the Bar Human Rights Committee of England and Wales, and the International Humanist and Ethical Union reportedly lodged a complaint to the Home Secretary asking the deportation of Mrs. Helen Okpabio under the UK Immigration Act 1971. The group stated that Mrs. Okpabio's presence in the UK was not conducive to the people. Despite all this, if you ask me, Helen Okpabio has made her mark in the sands of time, and her movies have touched numerous lives, including mine. I can't wait for a comeback from Helen Okpabio. If you're seeing this, we want a comeback. Where is Helen Okpabio right now? She is currently running her church with her family, the Liberty Gospel Church. See you in another episode of Star Reveal. Once again, my name is Oris Daniel. Ensure to subscribe.